Greetings, Miss Carlin here. Thrilled to share with you one of my favorite all-time learning strategies, which is sketchnoting. I believe deeply in the power of sketchnoting to help a learner more effectively retain information and communicate it with an audience. This little video is just the what's and the whys, and my next video will kind of dig into the hows. On each slide, I hope to give you a sketch note to explore, so feel free to pause and study them as we go. Let's get started. So what are sketchnotes? Sketchnotes are these super rad visual note-taking strategies, so that instead of just writing a bunch of words, we are using doodles, fun fonts, symbols, icons, shapes to remember and to share what we have experienced. So as we hear, as we see, as we do, then we can draw about it and make connections between the ideas and the concepts and the things that we experienced. And then we can share it in a much more engaging way with the other people in our lives or world. And they're just really fun. So I think one of the best ways to really understand sketch notes is to study them a little bit and to explore them. So I highly recommend you get out there on Pinterest and Google and just Google sketch notes and scroll through and see what they're all about. But for right now, I want you to study this particular sketch note. Pause it. Take a few minutes to think about what this person uses to express their ideas, and then we'll chat about it together. Okay, pause. Did you actually pause it? Gosh, I hope you did. Okay, let's talk real quickly about what this person uses. Number one, you see a use of fonts. Distinct fonts help draw the reader's attention to different ideas in the sketch note. For example, that they're fun. There is no right and wrong. They're a visual brainstorm. They can help, you have to plan, you have to capture it, you refine it, and you share it. So that's one way, is using distinct fonts. We also see connectors, arrows. These show how ideas relate to each other and help draw your eye across the sketch note to work into the different parts and see all the fun aspects. We see icons and imagery instead of just words. So we can, as a reader, just look and glance quickly and see, oh, they're talking about listening. They're talking about thinking. They're talking about art, sending out signals and sharing ideas. Stickmen are way cool. So that way we can take in information without having to read everything, even if we just glance at it. This person uses a distinct use of color, but they don't all have color in them. So connectors, icons, images, symbols, and a distinct use of fonts. So why am I taking all this time to talk about sketchnoting? Okay. Well, it's because I believe in deeply the way that they can help you retain information as a learner better. If you have to draw for me the second law or photosynthesis, that means you have to process or think about it, and you're more likely to understand it and retain it for later. If you see images, you are more likely to retain that information better. For not all learners, but for some learners, seeing it visually helps us. Also, the act of taking sketch notes increases our ability to focus. For some of us, it's very challenging to sit still in a classroom or a meeting. And if we are doodling, and maybe productively doodling about what we're listening to, we are more likely to take in and be able to hold on to the information that we're experiencing at that time and be better audience members. It can be very calming to us to draw and to doodle. And it flexes our creative muscles. Creativity takes practice. It doesn't happen overnight. So if you're practicing drawing, practicing connecting ideas, you're going to get a little better at it every single time you flex that creative muscles. And last but not least, I really believe in the ability to help us connect or understand really big ideas in science better if we have to draw it and show how they're related to each other and see it visually on the paper. So I believe in sketch notes to help us calm and become better, more effective, more creative learners. So in the next video, you're going to find out, so how do I do it? What comes next? So check it out.